Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors once again, as always, unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, who rule well and taught us truth. Peace, much love, and salutations as always to those for elect. And just a quick lesson you see by the title, our wisdom is despised. Okay, and just gonna go straight into it here in Ecclesiastes, the ninth chapter. It says, this is Ecclesiastes 9 and 14. It says, there was a little city, a few men within it, and there came a great king against it and besieged it and and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found a now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man. Right, and so here it is that you have this poor wise man. He has all this knowledge and was able to deliver the city, but when it's all said and done, nobody acknowledged him. Okay, nobody made mention. Oh yeah, man, that guy was great. Nobody gave him praise. Because people don't click this shit off. People don't acknowledge the men of the Lord, man. And I'm gonna keep going because it says, "Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools." Right. So the words of wise men, they're heard in quiet. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really paying attention to the poor man's wisdom. Now, if it was which we're gonna get that in Sirach, but if it was a celebrity or somebody that has this high level up, from today's society, oh, everybody's gonna shut the hell up. Be in tune. Okay, they're gonna be tapped in. But hey, that's not what the Most High chose. To confound the wise, as the scriptures say. He chose the weak and foolish things to confound the strong and the ones that are wise in this world. And I'm looking for this real quick. See what pops up. Okay, yeah, nothing. So let's go here. Sirach 13 and 22. I'll start at 21. So it says, a rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends. Right, and it's definitely, if you have money, everybody's gonna be all around you trying to help you, because you have power. You're deemed as an important figure in this world. All right, but on the flip side, if you don't have any money or you don't have the best of the best, people they're gonna kick you when you're down pretty much. And that's the role that the prophets have here, in these last days, which is nothing wrong with that. Okay, and it's not to say that brothers are destitute, asking for money and shit. Nah, but we're just not on that upper echelon like the rest of the people that sold out in our nation. Hell, some of them amongst the nation of Israel, these certain leaders and shit, they got all this damn money, doing all that traveling and shit, and then ultimately that's through them making merchandise of the truth. Okay, which Yahweh Shai, hey, he wasn't for that shit at all. That's why he was flipping tables. All right, because Jake was in there bullshitting in the temple. But we see it again. And then just like I said, rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends. He had all them niggas coming in defense of Alazar after that situation happened to him. Same thing with Nate. Nobody can say anything because these niggas got money, man. Okay? But the true men of the Lord, we're not put here to, flourish and be rich. We're here to serve for the Most High, keep his commandments. That's it. Some brothers do, have a good, good spending habits, good job even, or both. Okay. And they may be a little well better off. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And having money ain't fucking wicked. but it's what these rich men are doing with the money. And it's the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, not having it. But anyways, go not to go off topic. Verse 22, yeah, it says, when a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers. He speak of things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. Do we not see that happening? You know, you have leaders amongst the nation of Israel saying shit that they have no business saying, and men are justifying it. Men are finding, which you can't find in scripture to back that bullshit up, but they're trying to, link certain scriptures to what they're saying. See, no, he got a point. Same thing with the wicked of just regular niggas. Bootsy, that nigga Bootsy badass. He had no business saying what he said regarding the Most High and eating pork. But niggas in the comment laughing, justifying. Yeah, that is true. Man, that book. Oh, just talking shit. Okay, and here it is. I'm gonna read the rest of this. It says the poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. Right. So he spake wisely and could have no place. Yeah. So here it is. You got men, sincere men that make a mistake. Okay, or they slip up once. Oh yeah, see, we knew this nigga was wicked. We knew he was through. He knew talking shit. And like the man, he's in the flesh, you know. And we all understand that, man. We all gonna mess up, you know. It ain't just messing up. Ain't just subject to regular brothers in the camp. Leadership gonna mess up, But you're supposed to grow, as you go through these experiences. If you continuously messing up, then there's a problem. All right, especially over the same shit. But yeah, nonetheless, yeah, they quick to be on our necks if we was to slip. All right. And verse 23 it says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. Hey, everybody be quiet. The bishop talking. Be quiet. Drake's about to come on. Be quiet. The president's about to talk. All these rich people, all these people that are, put up in such a high position in this society, it don't matter what the fuck they say. People are going to extol it to the clouds. And they're going to take it far over, what we have to say about it. And we be right. Just like in Ecclesiastes 9, that poor man. His wisdom was the one that delivered the city. But ain't nobody thanked him for it. He was just looked over. All right. And it says, reading on, it says, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Yeah, who is this nigga? Oh, I know this nigga. He ain't important. Nah, we went to school together. He ain't. Nah, don't worry about what he talking about. Yeah, my cousin, yeah, he just weird. Don't. That's how we get looked at. Scripture speak about us becoming an alien into our mother's children. So many words. Okay, everybody look at you like you're the weird one. But again, when it's all said and done, we're going to be the right weird ones. You know, just like in movies, you always got that one dude. Sometimes the last couple movies I seen with it, with that same idea or whatever, I've been seeing them cast Jake, but yeah, it'd be that one dude that with the notebook, he swears he's right. Everybody thinks he's crazy. Then the nigga end up being right the whole time. And you know what else? He ends up being protected in some of the movies I've seen. Salaki, taking a drink, but yeah, and that's gonna be us, Lord willing, we're part of that number. When it's all said and done, hey, the wisdom that we was putting out to the earth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, that's gonna be there to comfort us and to keep us safe during the time of trouble. But you niggas, you won't be able to stand a chance because you didn't listen to the poor man, because you didn't listen to the man that was broke, the bum. The one that didn't, yeah, y'all nigga can't tell me nothing. You ain't listen to that man. So when that judgment comes, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. That's gonna be the biggest I told you so moment in the history of mankind. Noah's was the first one. This is gonna be the second one. Okay. And again, hey, because shit, we gonna be protected, man. It says, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. All right. So even though, and this is, kind of an exhortation for brothers, even though our wisdom is despised, hey, don't let that shit get to you. Cause that means these niggas ain't worthy enough to even receive it. Okay. And Lord willing, we continue, because we understand none of us are worthy of this truth. All right. But the Most High has, called men to do this work. And again, Lord willing, we're chosen. It says many are called, but few are chosen. And we're trying to be part of that chosen, man. Okay. Um, so that was it on that. And I got one more and I'm gonna close out. 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. It says, for I think that the Most High have set forth us the apostles last, which you go into the word apostles just means to be sent away. The apostles always go into that word, but that don't mean, you don't go around call yourself apostles, nigga. There's 4 apostles. So, but anyways, yeah, it just means, sent away. So we would all be included in that, you know, as if we were appointed to death, for we had made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men. And I think, I think it's this one where it's like the Atron. Yep, spectacle, Strong's G 2302, the Atron. And so theater, this is that word for spectacle. It says a theater, a place in which games and dramatic spectacles are exhibited, public show. Metaphorically, a man who is exhibited to be gazed at and made sport of. Okay, that's what we are, man. That's what the Lord has it. He has it set up like that for us to be a spectacle unto men. That's why people stop, they stare. Some niggas try to take pictures. They looking at us crazy. What these niggas, they even some say, y'all just what the hell y'all doing? One nigga said we was in bed sheets. You know, the jokes and shit never stop, but this is what the Most High has set up for us to be made a spectacle into the world and to angels and to men. And you got to keep in mind the angels are taking those reports back. Yeah, that brother was at camp this week. That brother's at camp this week. He keep doing it, keep doing it. They're delivering all that back to the Heavenly Father. So who gives a damn what man thinks? We ought to obey the Most High than men. Verse 10, yeah, verse 10, it says, we are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach, right? So we look like fools and we look like we don't know what we're talking about, and our wisdom is despised, but we're wise in Yahweh Shemashai. Okay? We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Okay? Again, we just because we look like fools does not mean that we're not wise in Hamashiach. Okay, and so we're going to continue to look weak. We're going to continue to be despised. Okay, verse 11. Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place. In labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless. Being persecuted, we suffer it. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of this world, or of the world, and are the offscoring of all things unto this day. Right. So we're defamed, and we're looked at as the filth of the world. But again, it is what it is, man. Because when it's all said and done, who gives a damn what a nigger has to say? Okay, I got that word for was it offscoring? I think it was. Yeah, offscoring. Strong's G. Let's see, I'll play it. Give me 1 second. Parasoma.
Strong's G 4067. Peripsema.
Preetsema.
Peripsema.
All right, and it says, what is wiped off? Dirt rubbed off. Damn. So yeah, where the what it say? Let's go back. Niggas is dirt. It says We are made as the filth of the world and are the offscoring of all things into this day. That's how they look at us. Y'all niggas are dirt. You bum. But that's the work of the Lord, bro. It is what it is. We take that with joy. Says, blessed are ye when men. Let's get that. Let's get that real quick. Well, and I'm gonna finish this out. Well, before I go there, it says 1 Corinthians 4:14, 4:14. All right, 1:44 says, I write not these things to shame you, but as my beloved sons, I warn you. Right. So is that John? No, that's not John 6. Luke 6. But yeah, these things aren't to shame you. Like I said, it's to exhort you, it's to warn you, let you know, hey, you're not going to be liked, and we're not here to be liked. Okay. I could have sworn I clicked enter. What's going on? All right. So Luke 6 and 22, just to get the point, it says, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers to the prophets. These same things happened to our forefathers, going out and preaching the words of Yahweh Bashim Ashai. We've always been despised. You know, Spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. So nothing's going to change. But it's telling you to rejoice. All right. Yahweh Shai is telling you to rejoice in that day, man. Leap for joy. You got a great reward in heaven coming. So fuck what these niggas saying. Okay. So yeah, just something to keep in mind, Akim. You few sisters out there. All right, hey, our wisdom is despised, but we have a greater reward in heaven, and it definitely surpasses any, thing that any regular ass motherfucker on the street can say. And we probably already heard it before anyway. As niggas can't come up with new material, so it's the same shit. But anyways, Lord's will, that was edifying to the elect. And before we close, giving all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chakodash, and double honors once again, as always, to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who well and taught us truth, peace, much love, and salutations always to the elect. To the next one, shalom.